Hello travelers, my name is Bryce and I read tarot. Welcome to Occult Gate. Hello travelers, welcome back to another pick a card. For those of you who are new, my name's Bryce, I read tarot. Welcome to Occult Gate. If you're here, I believe you're here for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. Today's reading is going to be a channeled message of importance to your life, an examination of where you are, what's brought you here, the path ahead, what you're facing, some of the things that may not even have come to your attention yet, and some general advice and what you can expect as an outcome on your current path. You know, before I get started, I really have to wish my wife Kara a happy birthday. Without her, this channel would not even exist. It was her who drove me to pursue this. She insisted that I try it, and to be honest with you, YouTube isn't something that I ever saw myself doing. So really, I owe this all to her. Also, she's a great wife and mother to our beautiful 4 children. I am so lucky to have her, beautiful in every way. She actually has a channel of her own called Mom Life Vlog. She hasn't posted on it in quite a while, but she live streamed the birth of our daughter and made it look easy. She's really my best friend who I most admire. So I just like to wish her a happy birthday, and I'm so lucky to have her. You know, that's one of the perks of being a tarot reader, is you really know how to pick them. And I'd also like to thank all of you guys, without whom this channel would also not exist, because you guys have really encouraged me with all your great comments. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm glad you're here. I'm really working on a lot of things for this channel. You guys can expect to see things really start to pick up and sort of change a little bit. I'm really excited about where things are going, and you know, I'm just glad you guys are here. I appreciate you all so much. As you can see in front of me, I have 4 groups of cards: Group Alpha, Group Beta, Group Gamma, and Group Delta. Now all I need you to do is to sit back, relax, close your eyes, and breathe. Breathe deeply, breathe regularly. And with each breath, allow your worries and your anxieties to be carried away. Once you find yourself in that space, I want you to open your mind to a message that you need to hear right now. Ask yourself the question, what should I know? Once you're done, you can open your eyes, choose the group of cards that stands out to you the most. For those of you who have trouble choosing, I do recommend the wheel. Let's see what the cards reveal. All right, Group Alpha. Well, Group Alpha, this is a general message that you need to hear. I'm getting a pretty clear one here. I'm seeing that at the center of much of what you're concerned with right now is the Four of Wands. And what this says is that a lot of what is concerning you has to do with relationships, perhaps a group of friends. Much of it is involved with social things. Likely, in many cases, this is a romantic relationship, one that at some point you thought to be quite serious. It's probable that you had really expected there to be purpose behind this relationship. Initially, you likely felt as if there was. In fact, in the past, I'm seeing the King of Wands, and this tells me that things were very charged at first. You had high hopes for things. You had a lot of will to make that happen. But somehow that's kind of led you into this disappointment that you're feeling now. And I'm seeing by the Judgment card, you're really left without that sense of purpose. You're really left searching for it. You're not quite sure of what you want to do about things. You sort of feel stuck. You're not sure what the right thing to do is. You're not really sure of your course in life right now because of this situation. And, I'm seeing that in the back of your mind, really much of this is about you wanting to complete a cycle. Maybe it's that you're wanting closure about something. You need something to come to an end so that you can work on new beginnings. Now, in the front of your mind, I'm seeing that you're really wanting to move away from these troubled waters. It's not necessarily the case that you want to move away from this relationship, but you really just want to put troubles behind you. You want to get on with things, and that's very understandable. The good news here is that I can see in the near future the Page of Cups, and this tells me that you're likely going to get that closure or completion that you're after. And in doing so, you're going to discover that you've kind of entered into a new phase of emotional well-being. There's a lot of things about that you're going to be rediscovering, and much of that landscape is going to look quite new to you. Something that's affecting you externally, it seems as though someone has, in some sense or another, already kind of walked away from things. There may be some elements of it still intact, but I can see there is an absence here that wasn't there before, and much of that is there may be an element of secrecy around it. You're not really sure what's going on, but you know things are changing. You know if this person, whoever it is absent. I am seeing that a lot of what you hope for is represented by the Lover's card, and this really says that you're wanting this to be the ideal situation. You were likely hoping that this person is the one. You may still be hoping that. The cards have some advice for you, and this is the Four of Swords, and this is really the card saying that much of this is not up to you. The cards are saying that really the best thing for you to do is to kind of observe from a distance. Worry about yourself. Focus on yourself. Look inward for the peace that you're trying to find, and things will be much easier for you. Things will go well for you. The cards are kind of saying to sort of, let go of the need for control right now, because despite what you may think that you're finding challenges, finding purpose, the purpose is still there, and it may have yet to reveal itself for you. If you focus inward and open yourself to new possibilities, you're going to find that the universe has something in store for you. In fact, I'm seeing the conclusion here is a Fool card, and this isn't a bad card. This is saying that much of what is good that is in store for you is going to be something that sort of you stumble upon without effort. This is going to be something that's placed in front of you. This could be a whole new relationship, but most definitely this is going to be the mark of something new. So, Group Alpha, the message here is that you really just need to chill out and let things progress, let them play out, focus inward, and you're going to find that this situation turns out to be something much better than you'd ever hope for. So, Group Alpha, I hope this helps. If you like tarot pick-a-cards, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and thanks for watching. All right, Group Beta. Well, Group Beta, we're asking for a message that you need to hear right now. I'm getting a pretty clear one here. I can see that at the center of your situation, you're represented by the Wheel of Fortune. And this says that much of what you're concerned with right now is running across some sort of break. There's something that you're hoping will finally go your way. I'm seeing that much of what's blocking that right now is likely a depression that you're experiencing to some degree or another. Now, I do see a lot surrounding this, kind of feeding into it. So I'm going to go into that. I can see that in the recent past is the Hanged Man. And, this has a lot to do with feeling like you have had to wait on something. And this is this big break that you're waiting for. You've waited on it for quite a while, and you feel like you've sort of sacrificed a lot in doing so. You feel kind of committed to this break sort of popping up in your life. At this point, you feel as if you can't turn back, but it is sort of dragging you down. Now, it's likely that you attribute the fact that things are being sort of drugged down to the fact that you haven't got this break yet. But it's likely that you're sort of in denial about a couple of things. And I see much of what's feeding into this is represented by the High Priestess. And, this represents to me, especially in this reading, some insight into yourself that maybe you haven't acknowledged. This could also represent, and likely does, represent both of these things, but this also represents secrets. It seems as though you're holding on to something. You're not letting it out. You may be keeping secrets from others that are kind of putting more of a burden on you than you would like right now. Now, I'm seeing that a lot of this and a lot of what's going on with you, whether you realize it or not, in the back of your head has a lot to do with the fact that you're kind of soul searching right now. Even though you feel like you've been waiting and you've been doing, really you've been waiting, and as a result kind of turned your sight inward. And outwardly, it seems as if you're taking a break, but really you're looking within yourself and you're learning some things about yourself. Now, you may have some troubles right now sort of accepting those things, and this is kind of causing a difference between the two sides of yourself. There are things that are needing to be acknowledged. Maybe there are secrets you need to let out. Or maybe there are secrets you fear that could have bad consequences if you don't let out. Now, the good news here for you, Group Beta, is the Temperance card in the near future. This tells me that much of what is feeling out of balance right now is going to feel much more harmonious. Things are going to come to a rest in a way and sort of fall into their natural places with your current situation. You're going to feel things sort of start to work out in your favor. I can see that this break that you're waiting for, it may not be directly on the horizon, but things are definitely going to look better soon. And this is going to be much needed for you. The important thing here is that you don't deny the things that you see when you look inward. Much of what this break that you're waiting for relies on is your knowing yourself and what you want, So I am seeing some other factors here, and this is interesting. I'm seeing that what you're hoping for is represented by the Tower card. And this could say a few things. I think a lot of what it's saying here is that you're wanting this foundation that is built entirely out of what you feel are untruths and lies to sort of collapse on their own. Maybe some of these secrets you're keeping are sort of propping that up. You're afraid to let them out, but in one way or another, you're wanting things to crumble on their own. In a way, you're sort of hoping for disaster. You're hoping for sudden change. This could also suggest that there are some self-destructive tendencies here. The cards are saying another factor that is external here is a routine. There's a lot of routine. There's a lot of plugging away, doing the same things repetitively. This is feeding into this depression that you're feeling as well. Now, the cards are saying that your outcome here, when things are all said and done, is going to be quite good. The King of Wands. This means that you're going to end up, once you have traveled this path and once you've gotten what you need out of it, you're going to find yourself on top of your game. You're going to find yourself re-energized. You're going to find yourself ready. You're going to feel much different than you do now, and things are going to look much better for you. I think this would almost be a guarantee that you're going to find this break, but it's not going to be in the way that you think. There's some self-discovery between here and there, and I think that's what the cards are telling you. Now, as far as what the cards have to offer you as advice, and I think you should pay attention to this carefully, it's Queen of Wands, and I think this is an acknowledgement that, yes, you are hoping for things to crumble, but this begs you to not be so hasty. Try not to look at things through negative eyes, because right now you have more going for you than you realize. And that's what the cards want you to know. That's what the message is here. You do not realize how much you have going for you. Instead of sort of letting go of these secrets in a destructive way, be sure you do it in a creative manner. Be sure you don't try to usher in destruction with these secrets, whatever sort of destruction that is. This card says that maybe you should use some caution when you deal with these things, because if you hold on to your hand the right way and play your cards right, you'll find that you can use much of this to your advantage, and you can really amplify this break that you're waiting for. So Group Beta, I hope this helps. If you like tarot pick cards, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and thanks for watching. All right, Group Gamma. Well, Group Gamma, we're asking the cards, as I said, for a message that you need to hear right now. I'm getting a pretty clear one here for you. I can see that in your current situation, you're represented by the Ace of Swords, and this tells me that you feel like you're ready for something. You're prepared. You're just on the cusp of what you want, but your challenge that you're facing right now is the Knight of Wands, and this tells me that for one reason or another, you're feeling like you're lacking in progress. Maybe you're lacking in energy, direction. You're ready for something, but in one way or another, you're kind of lacking the fuel or the energy to move forward towards it. This could just be a question of not knowing what to do, where to go from here. This could also be some major discouragement you've faced. I can see that a lot of what you're concerned with right now is the Two of Cups. This tells me that this has a lot to do with either a relationship with someone or wanting a relationship with someone. Maybe you're wanting the right person. Maybe you're wanting your soulmate. And you feel like you're ready for that. You feel like everything has kind of fallen into place. You're ready for that part of your life. You're ready for something to be serious. But, you know, for one reason or another, you're finding it hard to even get started down that road, even though you feel completely prepared for it. You know that you have what it takes to make something good happen if you would just, you know, get a chance. I can see that a lot of what's feeding into this too is in the back of your mind, the Five of Wands. And this tells me that there's a lot of internal conflict, a lot of internal struggle. There's some things that you're dealing with that are leaving you very pulled in different directions and very unsure of what to do next. This really speaks a lot to your challenge card, the Knight of Wands. This tells me that, you know, you're not really even sure of where to look. A lot of what your problem right now is that maybe you feel a sense of urgency. And I do see that there are a lot of decisions in front of you that you're really unsure of how you should even approach that or begin to make those. And I am seeing that in the near future, that's likely to continue. If you're not careful, you may find yourself completely frozen by all the choices that are laying in front of you. And a lot of what your problem here is, from what I'm seeing, is the fact that maybe you're feeling alone. You're feeling unwanted. You're feeling as if nobody cares. You're feeling unsupported. You feel like that's what you need in life right now. So you're feeling this sense of urgency. You're feeling as if you need to make decisions now. And, you know, that could be a mistake in your situation right now because, you know, the universe wants you to know that there are certain things you can't rush. And, you know, I can see that you've had a very logical approach to things in the past. You've, you know, you've made your decisions calculated. You haven't acted hastily. You've been pretty clear-minded, but now you're faced with this urgency, this need for something to fill a hole in your life, and that's kind of leaving you, you know, you need to do something. And this is a trap that we all fall into at times, and it's completely understandable. You know, we always have to deal with these periods of uncertainty, and these are the worst of all, but these are also the most telling and some of the most important periods in our life because this is when we discover things. This is when we learn to accept what the universe has to offer us, and it does have something to offer each of us. You know, I'm seeing that what you're wanting is represented by the King of Wands, and this tells me you want to be on top of your game. You want to know what to do. You want to know where to look. You're completely prepared to face things once you've, you know, attained having them in front of you. But you just don't know where to move from here, and you want to know. You really want to know what to do. You want a sense of purpose, and you need something to energize you. Now, the cards are saying that on your current path is the Hanged Man. And this tells me that you're in for more waiting if you continue to approach things as you are. You know, and this is that thinking that what happens to you relies on making all these decisions and moving in that way. You feel that this is progressing. But the cards are saying that really you're just prolonging something. You know, at a certain point, we have to realize that things may be coming to us and we may not have control of this situation. And I think that's a lot of what the universe wants you to learn right now, is that you know, trying to hasten things and things like that is not going to get you what you want. You need to learn some patience. The piece of advice the cards have for you right now is the Nine of Cups. And this is saying that, Group Gamma, you should be content with what you have right now, because the cards are saying that you're in a good situation. You're feeling some restlessness, and this can be very deceiving. Enjoy what you have now, because this is going to bloom into what you're going to have later. The more you feel like you have to push the envelope, the more you're going to find that things leave you waiting and kind of leave you hanging there. Once you find contentment with what you have, the way things are, once you start to appreciate these things, you'll find that all these decisions that you're faced with sort of fade away, and the correct path will just be right in front of you. You'll have no doubt, and you won't be torn. The reason you're torn right now is because you haven't looked and learned and appreciated the things that you have around you right now. Once you find the joy in those things, you'll know the way forward. So that's the message, Group Gamma. I hope this helps. If you like tarot pick cards, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and thanks for watching. All right, Group Delta. Well, Group Delta, as I said, we're asking for a message that you need to hear, one that's relevant to your life right now. And I'm getting a pretty clear one here. Group Delta, I can see right off the bat with the Death card that you guys are dealing with some kind of permanent change. Something has come to an end. This is something that you really don't have much hope of reviving. You're aware of that. I see a lot of what you're dealing with right now is surrounding that permanent change. I'm not saying that this is anything necessarily like super devastating, anything like that, but there is a change that you've experienced. And I can see by the King of Pentacles representing your challenge that this had a lot to do with security. This has affected the stability of your life, likely in material ways. I can see that in the past, the Six of Wands really tells me that you guys were in a good situation. You were receiving a lot of recognition. You're receiving a lot of support. It was likely well deserved, by the way, but you were kind of riding high in the past, and that sort of hit a brick wall suddenly. The good thing here is that I see you guys aren't too twisted up about it, because, deep down, I see the Strength card in you, and this tells me that you're quite strong about this whole situation. I wouldn't say you're necessarily discouraged. I wouldn't say that you're too, twisted up about it at all. You feel very strong in this situation. You feel very capable. The Moon card above is what's concerning me just a little bit, because this tells me that there's some things about this situation that has left you unsure, and it's kind of affected the way you're looking at things now. And you're really aware of that as well, but you don't feel as if you have much of a choice in the matter, because there's a lot you were left not knowing about this situation. And, I'd say that you're at a little bit of danger of sort of dwelling on these things and letting them affect the decisions that you make. Luckily, you're a very strong-minded individual, and you can mitigate that really well. In fact, I'm not too concerned about your situation at all, Group Delta, because I can see that in the near future is the Queen of Swords, and this tells me that while you may walk away with a few scars, it's nothing that you can't handle. And in fact, this situation is going to bring you to a place where you're much better prepared. I can see some clarity in your future. There's a lot of things about this situation that you're going to understand very soon. And you're going to feel empowered by this. You're going to feel ready to move forward. And this is really going to help you. This is good news for you, Group Delta. Now, I do see some other things playing into your situation. I can see that some of this may surround, as represented by the Judgment card, a decision that you've made in the past. This could be a decision that you regret on some level, but I don't see you blaming yourself too much. And this also says something about a sense of purpose. A sense of purpose that you had, that you may feel that you've lost a little. But, this card also tells me that forces that deal with the things that are meant to be are at work here. Your destiny is at play, and you may not even realize that. These things tend to happen this way. Once you start to question your sense of purpose, you'll realize that you've found it just as soon as that happens. And I can see that happening for you. Whereas you may think that a lot of the things that have taken place in the past because of this thing coming to an end are in question, the purpose of them, the thing you felt you were driving towards. These things are all going to make sense yet again, but on a tenfold level. But once these things all start to fall in place, you're going to find yourself well equipped and well prepared to move forward. Things are looking good for you, Group Delta. Even though it may not feel like that right now, this is something that is needed to happen. I think the important thing here is to not let this moon card affect you. This uncertainty, this may have kind of bled over into the realm of paranoia. Don't let this affect your decisions. You're very aware of yourself. You're very aware of your decisions. So I'm not too worried about you on that level. You are a very strong-minded individual, and that is going to serve you well in the weeks and months to come. I am seeing that, that is really what you're hoping for. You're hoping to be prepared. You're hoping to see clearly and to know the way forward. You're hoping that these things that kind of elude you right now don't do so forever, because you'll feel as if you learned nothing out of the situation that way. You'll remain not knowing quite what happened, and it'll make it feel like it was even more of a waste of time. Well, this card is saying that that's what you want. In the near future, the Queen of Swords is saying that that's what you'll get. So don't worry too much about that, Group Alpha. I think you know that the clarity's coming to you. Don't let these slightly troubled times get to you. The cards are saying, like I said, that fate is at work here. The Fool card is the conclusion here, and this says that you'll have very little control over the good things that are going to come out of this situation. You're on a path to something that is addressed to you, and you'll receive it, and it'll be seemingly by accident. But as I say, there's no such thing as coincidences. This is going to be one of those situations. You're going to find that a synchronicity sort of lines you up back on the right path, which you may have strayed from just a little bit. This is a recorrection of that, Group Delta. Rest assured, you're going to be all right. And not only that, this is what is supposed to happen. And this is going to bring good things to you. So, the advice that the cards have for you here is to mitigate your emotions. The Queen of Cups, this is saying, don't let these things get to you. These fears, this uncertainty, this fog, don't let it bring the monsters out. Don't fear the shadows. This is saying that things will be much easier on you if you are aware of your emotions and the effect that they have on you. Get in touch with what it is that you're wanting out of a situation and things will start to make much more sense to you, especially in the days and weeks to come as things sort of unfold and reveal themselves to you. So, Group Delta, I'm happy to bring you this message. I hope this helps. If you like tarot pick cards, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing it. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and thanks for watching.